Well, here we go. We're gonna come in to work on the exhaust again. Got a dingy, huh? Yep, always happens. Right, so the first thing we gotta do is just get that out of the way. Do whatever you want. Wire it up, do that, jank of that, and then have a look. Put a light underneath helps. Down into the downy, and a big light up here. That works, a little bit bright. And then you can take off spark wires, keep track of them, unless you know what you're doing. And we'll kick that off, but not until we figure out the bend. This is an old log style manifold, standard 440 manifold. And heat riser valve sends the heat under the carburetor. And it comes off when it gets warm, it releases, lets the exhaust flow better. This is only like 2-inch pipe, or 1 7/8, and it's all cobbled together from when I bought the car. So I'm doing the hypo exhaust manifolds, which are, one of them is right there with a little bit extra, and I'm going to weld onto that, and I'm going to fabricate my own exhaust, or I'll have someone bend some pieces for me. We'll see. What you have here is you're not sure where the outlet's going to be on your pipe for the new piece, but it looks like it's exactly 4 inches from center to center, and this one looks like it comes out in the middle, and I would say it's probably exactly 4 inches from that bolt to the other 4 inches center to center, and right at 2 inches is where that pipe goes down. So I'll bet it's going to be in almost exactly the same place. It looks like it would be about just about same plane off the head down to that. Now I can't tell for sure, but same plane off the head down to that. Yeah, looks like it. I'll go with it. So that's what I'm looking at the moment. Doing a little measuring, looking, and then I don't know. We'll see from there. Well, that came out of there. The bolts had gotten a little bit loose, so it's blowing, it's making a little noise. But check this stuff out. It's really bendable. It's kind of like some sort of soft metal or lead. I think it worked well, but did that happen because of the exhaust gases making that stick out a little bit? And maybe gets hot, bends over a little bit in there. It sealed well until I didn't ever check the bolts, and I didn't use lock washers. Anyway, look at this. This is hypo, and this is medium po. So there's that. The difference, I think this is like nearly 2.5, 13, whatever, so I don't know, but smaller than this one. This is bigger, it'll be better, it's going to flow more. Yahoo! Oh, maybe I could do a little measurement. Yep, Measuramovich. Yeah, whatever. Hell, what do you say we just rip that thingy off? You know, I mean, take it off, but we'll get that off, and I think I got some manifold gaskets up in there, and they'll go for here, and I got this strange long bolts that I've had forever in my exhaust box, and then they'll go long bolt, so extra long nut, really. Short, long, short. Get that all put in, and we'll start going off of that. I might just take out the exhaust that's in there. It ain't super great in all the bends, but I could just take it off and take it to a muffler guy and say, make that in 2 1/4. Yep. And I got a really cool place called Zamboni's Muffler. Guy is old school, and he's old, and he's got a bender, and he just goes at it, and he matches things up. It's really cool, and he does it for what you would call a good price. Old one, 2 inches. New one, 2 7/16. I think it's something else in the books, but yes, big guy. Did use 3/8 by 16 grade 8 bolts for that, but I didn't check them. They loosened up after a while. They're good bolts. I'm going to use, I think, 7/16, not half, but a little bigger, or just under half for this one. That's what I did on the other side. So these are just, they're not good enough. I think that's 3/8 by 16. I should have something more like, yeah, I think that's stock. Yeah, and that's, I'll either use these stock ones or someone can grab them for me if they want, because that's original. If you really need them, castle nut, etc. I mean, if you're doing a bang up restoration, you could. Otherwise, 7/16 by 16 or something, by about 2.5 inches long, snug that baby up. One thing I'm realizing is some of these studs go into the water jacket, and the studs come out with the nut sometimes, and it feels like that one's going to do it, and that one's probably going to do it because it's that long funky nut stud thingy, and it's going to piss all the green stuff out of there. And then I'll have a chance to make that one longer and get to flush the system. But yeah, it usually happens. The bolts get old enough, the nuts stick on, and the stud comes out with everything, and then you got to seal it up later. Oh well, once you get into something, sometimes you keep going. What I mean by keep going is to keep going with new stuff that you find that you got to keep doing. So you keep going with more stuff. That's what it's talking about. These chiselers have a petcock that's different. It winds in. I already broke it loose. Turns in to release. Or does it? It does. Oh, you little bugger. Thought I'd loosened it already. Get smart in your old age and do this first so don't make a mess. Oh yeah. Specialty bucket. That's pretty interesting. All of those nuts came off without coming with the stud, so only got one long one. It goes all the way through that might not do it. We'll see. So all of these take forever because they're fine thread, and you keep thinking it's gonna already come out, but they don't come out because they're fine thread, and they take about twice as many rotations to go the same distance. I think it feels like that whole long nut's gonna come off. What do you think? Oh, let's see. You and me will find out at the same time. I think the stud's in this long wacky nut. Studs in the nut, studs in the nut. Holy smokes. I must have put a good amount of anti-seize in there. I did not guess that. Huh. Except that it took so long to wind out because of them fine threads. Just more threads per inch, more twists per inch of pull. Yep. I'm gonna take that off and you'll be here. Is it hot? It's hot. Not super hot, but it's hot enough. Ow, ow, ow. It's hot enough. It's not that hot. Is that hot? Nope. There it is. There it is. There's a difference. Oh, is that the right way? Yeah, it's upside down, whatever. But, you know, that thing's not too strong. Let's see. Whoop. Can y'all see the difference? Yep, there we go. So we'll keep going, but it's off. I'm probably gonna go home and go to sleep. About 2 hours a day fixing up the shop to get ready to do this. But thank you very much. We'll see you on the flip flop.